Sri Gurave Namaha. In the last Chintana session, we discussed the spiritual practice in general. In this class, we are going to discuss Rasopasana in particular, so that once we understand the science, we can move ahead with the actual sadhana from the next class onwards.
So, in the Tattva Jnana given by Rasi Guru, we understood that we are amshas of the Rasa Swarup Shri Krishna, who is the relisher of love, and by relishing that love, he become Ananda. So
Anandi.
Anandi.
Possessor of Ananda.
So now that love has two aspects in it. One is the Ashraya and one is the Vishaya. One is the object and one is the subject. In the spiritual world, Shri Krishna relishes his love with his parikaras in different ways. To somebody he is friend, to somebody he is son, to somebody he is a parent, he is conjugal partner. So, for example, he feels himself, I am the son of Mother Yashoda, and Mother Yashoda is my beloved mother. The same thing, correspondingly, Mother Yashoda feels Shri Krishna is my son, my beloved Kana, and I am his mother. So, being the amshas of the Lord in this material world, we are conscious entities, and we should also be in the spiritual world, relishing one of these relationships with Shri Krishna. But we are here in this material world. So why we are here? It is because we are Nitya Bada Jivas, internally bound living entities by this material nature. As we has explained already, the nature of the mind is to relish the Prakriti through his five senses. And because Prakriti has five sense objects, he become attracted to them and start desiring it. And in this process of relishing the sense objects through his senses, he creates the misery because he is breaking the law of nature, and this gives the miserable situations through which he is rotating in this wheel of samsara from one form to other in 8,400,000 species of life, and losing the opportunity which is given for the human being for one purpose, and it is attaining the Bhagavat Prapti and meeting the Rasik saint who will train him in cultivation of divine love. So this divine love is situated in the Siddha Deha or Parikara Deha in the spiritual world. So now sadhana becomes cultivation of that divine love in the one of five different relationships with Shri Krishna. One can become in neutral relationship called Shantarasa. He can be friend called Sakya Rasa. He can be parent called Vatsalya Rasa, or he can be servant called Dasya Rasa, and he can be partner called Madhurya Rasa. So now the sadhaka will prepare himself for one of these relationships which he has chosen, and start cultivating this or practicing this sadhana in order to attain this relationship with Shri Krishna. So he will visualize his self, his form, being in the spiritual world and taking part in the Leelas of the Supreme Lord and serving him in order to become his lover. So this is called Siddha Deha Upasana. And this is also confirmed by Srila Rupa Goswami in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, where he says, Seva sadhaka rupena, siddha rupena chatrahi, tadbhava lipsuna karya vraja loka anusarata. So, Seva sadhaka, with this material body, we can do seva to Guru and Thakurji. And sadhaka rupa is the subtle body given by us to Guruji, in which we can cultivate Siddha Deha in order to attain, with the desire to attain that Siddha Deha in the spiritual world, by following in the footsteps of Vrajaloka Anusarata, one of the residents of Vraj, which is in this particular mood. So, you want to say this?
No, enough.
So, but there is a big but. This kind of sadhana is impossible to do for the Nitya Bada Jiva, or eternally bound living entities, by the identity I am the body and I am the mind. So there are bodies, three different bodies. The Karana Sharira, which is subtle body created by unlimited vasanas, or our tendencies to enjoy this world. This is this Stula Sharira, and this is Sukshma Sharira, which means subtle body consisting of mind, intelligence, buddhi, and chitta. So all this, we are bound by this, and when we start, if we start to do this kind of meditation, all these attachment and impurities which are there in these three bodies will start to manifest and disturbing that meditation. So therefore for us this kind of sadhana is impossible. It is just like we are trying to see the reflection of ourselves in the mirror, who is very muddy. So what we should do then, we should clean it nicely, and by cleaning it we will be able to perceive the reflection of our face. And this is the reason why the first step of practicing sadhana is cleaning the heart, antakarana shuddhi, or chetodarpana marjana, which means the cleaning the mirror or the mind. So therefore, after meeting Rashika Guru, when he gave us the Tattva Gyan, along with the yuktis or logic and the examples, we are becoming situated, after understanding this through the manana process, after understanding and develop faith in this path, in philosophy, we are coming on the level of first level of the Raganuga Bhakti called Adau Shraddha. So what is Shraddha? Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Sudrida Vishvasa Shraddha. Firm faith in the words of Guru and
Vedanta
Vakya, Shastra.
Guru is establishing everything by taking the Vedanta Vakyas, through Vedanta Vakyas. So, because they all sound very logical to us, everything fits, the whole picture that is giving about the spiritual path is fitting. So, we put faith there.
So, but there is a second aspect of Shraddha, which is decision making. So, this Nishchaya. So therefore Lord Chaitanya upgraded this statement, and he said, Shabde kaha Shraddha kahe vishwasa sudrida nishchaya. So that means this decision making, now I want to surrender to my Guru, and
follow
this path, and in order to become in yoga with Guru, which means connected to him, because I understand that by myself I don't have any ability or any asset in order to attain this divine object, because I am a Prakrita and object is Aprakrita.
It is Divya.
It is Divya Vastu.
It is Siddha, which cannot be attained through any sadhana. Sadhya Vastu is attained by sadhana, not the Siddha Vastu. So by real, and then that is why I have to depend on my Rasik Guru who will give it to me. So by realizing this, I try to surrender to him. This is the logic behind surrender, which we explained in previous lectures. Okay, so then we do the second step.
So now this will bring us on the second level, which is called Sadhu Sangha, Atastata Sadhu Sangha. So now Sadhu or Rasik Guru will give us the sadhana sampati, the path to follow, and which consists of doing seva and artha bhavana. And by sincerely and truthfully doing the seva and artha bhavana, surrender will start happening. But there is again big but, because our mind, as we said many times, and we will also said it many times, he never do this kind of sadhana. He will never give up. Mind will never give up himself, because he understands, when I give up myself to Guru, that means I'm zero. I will die now. I will not exist anymore. So he will do anything else. He will dress himself as a devotee and very nice sikha and very paka, and doing the chanting, worshipping the deity, and singing nice bhajans, and preaching and distributing books. So many things will do, but he will never give up himself, because this is what he is. He is a material entity, and he cannot give up himself, because he cannot be other entity. So,
and also basically he has ruchi there, he doesn't have ruchi
Exactly.
here. He is coming into this path because as we discussed why we come to spiritual path, he was experiencing misery, he was looking for ananda here, but he was not getting it. And on the other hand, he was getting something which he was not looking for, which is threefold miseries. So when he got frustrated, tired, so he approached a guru, and Guruji taught him how to get ananda prapti and dukkha nivritti. If you give up attachment to the material world, you will become free from misery. And if you follow the spiritual path and attain the love of God, you will get ananda prapti. So his main purpose was how to become free from misery and attain happiness. He did not come here for getting the love of the Lord. His basic raga is for the prakriti. So now that is why the first step becomes, because we don't have any craving for this, automatically if you want to learn anything in this world, study anything in this world, the first step is that you should have a craving for that. But I don't have any craving for that. So that is why the first step becomes the cultivation of
sadhaka deha.
Laulyam.
Laulyam.
The first step, that anybody to move in any path, he should first have the craving to attain that. If I want to become a drummer, then I should have if I want to follow the path of practicing to be a drummer, I should have a craving to become a drummer. Then only I will be able to do it, the sadhana properly. So the first step that we should have in this path, which we don't have, is laulyam. Then
So now when we are confronted with this, our shortcomings, that we are not able to actually do sadhana or artha bhavana, because we become aware where we are actually situated now. Before, we were assuming, the assumption was going on, I am practicing so many lives of spiritual practice, so I'm already somewhere there. I don't know yet, I cannot define, but I moved, because I'm on this path, I moved so many kilometers, so that means I'm far away already somewhere. But actually, when you are coming to actually practicing the sadhana, which means cultivation of divine love, you will see that you are below zero actually. So this will give you in the state of helplessness, which is called dina. And in this state, you will start to pray to Krishna, please, my dear Lord, give me the strength so that I can do my sadhana. So since Gurudev gave you the sadhanas, which means that there are different songs given by rasic sense, in which he expresses himself as being an ordinary sadhaka, just like being totally in Maya. So he is singing there and saying, O my Nanda Kumar, hear me, I am totally helpless, I am totally strengthless, I am totally baseless, I am totally fallen, and so on. And he is singing this with feeling. So now Guruji is giving you this sadhana to sing this song, but you don't have any feeling even, because you, in first place, you don't desire it, and you cannot feel it because you are in a material state of existence. So now, but if you are, here is the point where you have to show your truthfulness and endurance that you actually want it. So what is Guru is waiting to see from your side that you actually want it, and you are doing exactly what he said. At least you can say it, you don't feel it, but you say it, you sing this song and say it, and here they will see, actually test how much you are actually truthful in desiring to attain. So when this, from your side, this happen, then he will give you the qualities of sadhaka deha, which is laulyam, dainyam, kripayachana, karuna, krandana. But if this doesn't happen from my side, that means if I'm not sincere in this, if I'm not sincere to give up this, my independence, then I'm blocking him to give me these necessary qualities by which I can actually start practicing the sadhana. And sadhana will never happen then. So therefore, in Raganuga Bhakti, cultivation, surrendering starts by cultivation of sadhaka deha by surrendering to the Guru. So
I'll make one point here. I'll clarify whatever he's saying. I'll just sum up one more time. That when you want to follow a path, so what we said is that you should have a craving for that. And in this spiritual path, what we are craving for is a divya vastu. And I am material. The instrument that I have is the mind, and the vastu is divya. So there is no way I can attain it. So in spite of trying very hard for years together, I find that I'm not moving anywhere. I'm not getting that love, I'm not getting that rasa that I should, which is promised in the path of Raganuga Bhakti. So then I should feel, first thing is I should have laulyam to enter the path, then I should feel I am dina. But this also is not possible for the mind, because this mind has kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. This mada aspect in me will never allow me to feel that I am a very dina. It always makes me to feel that I am something. You see, I am chanting. I know the Shastra. Every day I go to the temple. I know all the leelas in Bhagavata. I read Bhagavatam every day. So it has that mada in it, which will not make him to feel that I am dina. But you should have that dinata in this, so that somebody will, when you feel helpless, then somebody will give it to you. And then what happens when somebody is dina? Let us say somebody is very hungry and then he doesn't have food to eat. So automatically he will beg for that. That kripa yachana should also be a quality. Kripa of the, somebody is very rich, he can offer food to you and you don't have. So you beg for his mercy. So that should be also the quality of a sadhaka. Because we cannot have all these qualities because of the mind having kama, krodha, lobha, moha, etc. So now Guruji himself is telling us that these are the qualities that you should have in order to invoke the mercy of the Lord or Guruji. So he puts all those things in the kirtans, and he himself starts singing like that. I am lowly, I don't have any craving, and I want you, my Lord, I depend on your krupa. So there are all these things which we are going to do from the next class onwards, how to cultivate. So he puts all those qualities in the kirtans and he asks us to sing. And these qualities exists in the sadhaka deha. A sadhaka must do this. But because we don't have any sadhaka deha, we identify ourselves with the body, we don't feel them. So when we sincerely follow our Gurudev, when he says that say like this, say, I don't have any craving. Oh my Lord, I want your kripa. I am very dina, adhama, niradhar, nirbala. When I say like this sincerely, this is what he is calling as a process of surrender. Even though you don't feel them, that by saying itself you are willing to follow the path of surrender. So this invokes the kripa of the Guru, and then he starts giving us all those qualities, passing on all these qualities into us, and these qualities exist in a sadhaka deha. So when we get those qualities, we get them along with the sadhaka deha, which is when, because only if you, as we said, because only if you have Laulyam, Dainyam and Kripaya Achana, then you will be able to invoke the mercy of the Guru, and he gives you the strength so that you will be able to do seva and sadhana properly. Otherwise, for the mind, seva is not possible. It only knows his own pleasure. Seva means giving pleasure to the Guru. It can never have that, and it can never do the Artha Bhavana, because wherever there is taste, Artha Bhavana happens naturally there. So I have taste for the material world. So my Artha Bhavana will go for, my mind will automatically do the Artha Bhavana of the material things, my family, my bank balance, my property and everything, all my belongings. It will never do that. For that, you should have a sadhaka deha with these qualities. These qualities are necessary for the invoking the mercy of the Guru, and when Guruji gives you mercy, strength, and so you will be able to do this thing. So that I am summarizing whatever he has said. Okay. So now you do bhajana kriya by cultivating these qualities.
So now, by getting the qualities of sadhaka deha, you start cultivating.
You start doing seva and sadhana.
Seva and sadhana.
Which is when it is possible for you to do it. Which is basically meant for, the sadhaka deha is meant for getting the kripa of the Guru, and the sadhana is meant for cultivating rasa. Rasopasana is basically a path of cultivating mamatva, right? So you with these qualities, then you will be able to do the actual sadhana. Because now that you have a sadhaka deha, now that you will be able to do sadhana, which is in the form of seva and artha bhavana. Okay, so this is called as the third stage, which is bhajana kriya.
Bhajana kriya. So now by performing the bhajan or performing the seva with the sadhaka deha, you will start. Bhajana kriya will start, because when you start praying like this and you acquire, in order to acquire the qualities which you don't have, what happens? The Guruji and Shri Krishna removes the portion of the anarthas and replaces with the mamatva, which means now you are getting experience of Rasopasana, now you are getting experience of Raganuga Bhakti, and now you are getting experience of yourself being the Atma, Dasa and Parikara in a small portion. And this will give you the firmness which is called Nishta. Now you are actually believing that this path is work, and I have experience in it, and this is what I want to do. So now, by doing the sadhana and artha bhavana truthfully, because coming on the level of nishta, this level of nishta will bring some other qualities in the sadhaka, and due to the when he performs the anartha nivriti, he has to struggle very much with the impurities within himself, and these impurities coming on the way to attain the mamatva. So now when he gets one drop of that mamatva, his sadhana becomes more smooth.
Yes.
So that
Before this it was forcible because he was situated in the body. Before Gurudev gave us that one drop of mamatva, which is located in the Atma, right? You were situated in the body, and body was has desires in this way, and we are forcing the mind to go in this way. So the whole practice, we were doing it forcibly. There was a lot of struggle. But when one drop of mamatva comes to us, and which is located in the Atma, so we got 1% Atma. So 1%, it takes place naturally. This is the fundamental difference after getting mamatva. It is no more forcible. To that extent, it becomes smooth. Right.
So now, initially I came to this path for the dukkha nivriti and attainment of ananda prapti. So now I experience dukkha nivriti, means cessation of misery are going away, and ananda prapti comes by the developing of mamatva. I start relishing mamatva, and now I have a shraddha. Before I was putting my faith in the words of Guru and the Shastra, I believe, but now I have shraddha becomes part of me, because I experience in myself of being the Atma Dasa and Parikara. The mirror of my heart was cleansed, and I could see the reflection of myself a little bit. And this gave me conviction and enthusiasm, which is the first quality called ulasa. This enthusiasm or ulasa to do bhakti out of happiness. Before I was doing, because as he said, just like when you have the
Rubber band,
when rubber band is here, but you are stretching it to that direction, and he will again come to the same thing. But now there is no struggle to pulling the mind, because mind got the taste, and by following the principle, for whatever you get the relish, that will develop taste in you. So now mind is naturally going, he wants more of this, because he tasted once, now he wants more of this relish of mamatva.
When the kama is fulfilled, we have lobha. When the kama is not fulfilled, we have krodha. So now that we are relishing one drop, then automatically we will develop lobha. Which means that we want more. Now that we have released one drop, we want 2 drops now, 4 drops now, like that.
So now this brings us to the another quality which appears to sadhaka, which is agraha. That means I want more of this. And this agraha actually make your duplicate your desire of enthusiasm to get more. It means becomes bigger, and
we are doing the same seva, whether we are doing plucking the flowers or doing arati, cooking for the Lord. We do the same seva, nothing has changed. The seva which is given yesterday by the Guru, we are doing the same seva. Now that we have developed lobha, which means we 2 drops, same seva which gave me 1 drop, how will it give me 2 drops? So what happens is that the way we do, the force with which we do the seva becomes double. And then because the force of my avega, the force which has become double, automatically this sadhana also became double in order to attain the 2 drops which I want or more want. And we are just making it numerical just for the sake of example. It's not 1 drop, 2 drop like that. Okay. So it means that the force with which, emotional force with which we do our sadhana becomes double. And this emotional force with which we do in order to fulfill our lobha, which is 2 drops, is called as agraha. This is one quality which we are developing. Ullasa, now we are doing with enthusiasm and excitement, earlier force, and now agraha, which we are not only doing with excitement, but we are doing it with double force. And this double force, when Guruji sees us, automatically he knows that he gives us 2 drops, right? Okay, then what else happens?
So now that I have desire for more, because there is a leftover of anartha nivritti within me, which are coming out. So now I have desire for more, but these anarthas also coming up, anarthas
More force.
which with much bigger force.
Yes, because the mind is attached there, and we were taking here, there it was, to the extent we were forcing it to take it here, to that extent it was creating a hurdle. Now we are trying to go with double force. So it's a double hurdle for them. So what will it do? It will also come out. The vasanas and anarthas, the kama krodha will also come out with double force now. Just as to give an example, if a child wants to play and the mother wants him to study, and then if to the extent the mother puts force on him, to that extent he will put force on that. If she is trying to drag him, so he will put force that way. If the mother is dragging with double force, he will put double force to go out, because he doesn't want to study, he wants to play. So in the same way, the anarthas or the vasanas which are there, when we develop double force in us, agraha in us, they will also put double force in us and then become double hurdle for us. Right? So how this is solved?
This is solved by appearance of third quality, which is called viraha agni. So since now I have desire appeared for more, and anartha nivritti is coming here, it creates the gap between my desire and actually fulfillment of the desire. And this desire, this is called, this gap creates this time between when I will get desire, when I will get it. So this creates this viraha agni, the desire to get it.
This viraha, let me explain. This viraha means a feeling of separation. The word which is using, that because there is a gap between my desire to attain 2 drops and the actual attainment which is created by the anarthas within me. So this separation, I start feeling that separation. This feeling of separation is called viraha. Very good. Now, so what does it do?
So now the function of this viraha agni is actually to burn out the portion of anartha nivrittis, and when it's removed, then it is replaced with this third drop of mamatva or rasa, which we will again taste, and this will multiply our desire, which means enthusiasm, agraha and viraha agni in us, and this will again remove the portion of anarthas, and our sadhana becomes more and more smooth, and this will bring us to the next level, which is called ruchi. So now
So now what changed after anartha nivritti stage, when we got nishtha, is that we are not only doing our path of bhakti, but the bhakti is multiplying. That is what he is trying to say. So quantitatively it is increasing, and then by quantitatively increasing like that, it will come to a stage where it will also change qualitatively. That's what he is trying to say, and that qualitative change happens. When it happens, it is called a stage called ruchi. Very good.
So now that we are on the level of ruchi, that means our sadhana becomes more intensified. That means become multiplied. So in that stage, I want to do again and again, naturally I want to do sadhana.
Just as a kid who eats some candy or something for the first time, and then he develops taste for it. Once he develops taste for it, again and again he wants to do. When he goes to the school, he will take it and eat it once. And when he comes back, he eats once. When he's going to the playground, he eats once. So in that way, we are not only doing seva and sadhana after attaining nishtha smoothly, but we want to do more and more and more out of it. So we develop it. This taste will make us to chant, take the names of the Lord again and again, do the seva again and again, right? So this qualitative change happens there. And because of this qualitative change, the bhakti becomes more intense, and automatically the craving also becomes more intense, and the removal of anartha also becomes more intense. So from 1 unit we move to 2 units like that, but here it is 10 units, 100 units, 1000 units like that. Okay, next.
So now this will bring us to the next level of our sadhana, which is called asakti. In this stage, asakti, which means very, very intense attachment, the devotee will not be able to live with the cultivation of mamatva and sadhana. And this will again intensify his desire for more. And this thing what we are not saying before is that another phenomenon which appear in us is this ashtasattvica vikaras, or the symptoms beginning from nishta till now, till asakti, they are slowly increasing. That means this we will start crying sometimes, and our voice will choke up, and the hairs will stand on end when we are chanting the name or thinking of Krishna. So this will consequently increase after our qualitative and quantitative increasement of sadhana happens.
One point I want to make it here about sattvika vikaras. That sattvika vikara means it belongs to the sattva, conscious entity. The opposite of conscious entity is jada, feelingless. So when somebody is rooted in the body, that he will not have any feelings when he is doing bhakti. But the moment he gets one drop of this mamatva at the stage of anartha nivritti, this drop of mamatva which he gets is an energy. You know, it has a lot of energy in it. And then when that energy flows into the body, automatically it manifests in the form of these ecstatic symptoms, external ecstatic symptoms. Because this mamatva appears along with the experience of Atma, which is Sattvika, as against the Jada. So that is why we get the Sattvika Vikaras. This is a detail which I am trying to provide for the clarity of the Tattva, right?
So now, since we are progressing in our level of sadhana, after the asakti level, still same things start to repeating, like our desire for more increase, this ulasa, agraha, and our intensity when I will get more, and this will again bring the leftovers or anartha nivritti up with much more bigger force, and this will create bigger fire of separation or virahagni, which will burn the
millions of units of millions of vasanas, millions of anarthas. It will keep removing at that stage when we come to the stage of asakti, right? Then
so now in that stage, devotee become much more clearly seeing himself being Atma, Dasa and Parikara, and which will bring him to the next level. It's called Bhava. And in that level of Bhava, devotee will be incessantly crying because of experiencing intense emotions of mamatva, and he will become totally engrossed, just like a brindi of bee when he engrossed when comes into the lotus flower and start eating the honey. He forgets for himself. He forgets when is the day, when is the night, and he become all over the mess out by this honey all over his place. So similarly, devotee on the level of Bhava, he will
totally engrossed,
and he will experience in one moment of being separated from the Lord, just like yugas or kalpas.
So the viraha at that stage at the stage of bhava is such that even 1 second of separation from the Lord appears to him like millions of years, right? Millions and millions of years of lifetime, right?
So now this fire of separation, this the most in fire of separation will burn
Everything.
all the rest left over of the vasanas in karma
kama
sharira
krodha.
and all the impurities which are left in the subtle bodies, and what will remain, it is a pure atma to which the Guruji will give the prema. So now, from the level of Nishtha until now to Bhava, through the intense practice of sadhana, we got to see progressive advancement in intensity of the and qualitatively and quantitatively intensity of sadhana. So now that we are coming to that level, the Guruji will give us the ability to sit and cultivate our Siddha Deha Upasana or Nikunja Upasana, where we'll be able to now we will be able to, in the contrast to this before stage when we explained, when sadhaka is on the bodily platform and he tries to visualize himself being in Siddha Deha, which at that time was impossible. Now that Antakarana Shuddhi is totally...
The mirror of heart has been cleaned.
And now that you are seeing yourself as the Atma Dasa and Parikara, and you got the actually prema, so now you can...
Gurudev will reflect it into you and to that mirror. Everything comes, all this quality of laulyam, dainyam and karuna krandana, kripayachana, ullasa, agraha, viraha, everything comes from Gurudev. So when this heart gets cleaned, at that time Gurudev will be able to project it. It becomes a natural process in that heart. And with this, you will be able to do the actual Siddha Deha sadhana which we spoke about. The Seva Sadhaka Rupena, Siddha Rupena. That Siddha Rupena, Vrajaloka, by following in the footsteps of the Vrajavasis, which is prescribed for us, will be able to do at this advanced stage when the heart has become clean.
So now the devotee being able to sit and visualize himself in the Nukunja, where the Kadamba trees and birds like Chakora, Mayura, Keura, and these beloved Shyama Shyam along with Sakis, and his Guruji will be there also as a Saki, and he himself will be also Saki. So now at that stage he will be able actually to do this seva by assisting his Guruji to in his seva to Shyama Shyam. So,
and most of the time what happens is that if you see in Vrindavan, without teaching all this process of cleansing through the cultivation of sadhaka deha, they directly try to give them manjari deha and all siddha pranali and all these things. And after that they don't know what to do with that. Right? So even after getting their swarupa or ekadash bhava and all these things, you will see them again going back to the material activities, more sinful activities. So there is this systematic process through which you should get the adhikara for that. You should process of cleansing the heart, and at an advanced stage when Gurudev himself reveals it, you will be able to very naturally do that. So this is the whole Rasopasana or Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti that is given there, right?
So Raganuga Bhakti or Rasopasana Sadhana begins by cultivating the Sadhaka Deha, by surrendering to Rasiguru, who will give us all necessary qualities by which actually we can do that sadhana. So in our next
Classes.
class, we will start directly with chanting with kirtans, through which is explaining how we can cultivate this sadhaka deha
With all these qualities,
with all
dainya,
these
laulya.
qualities by actually praising or glorifying the Rasik saint, by whose mercy we can actually get these qualities, and this we'll call Rasopasana.
So in Rasopasana, we are trying to, by constantly doing the upasana of the Rasik Guru, and by doing the Artha Bhavana of the word Guru itself, we are trying to connect to the Guru. How that happens, at this stage we will not be able to understand. So when we actually do it, you will know that when we do upasana, how we are gradually becoming one heart with the Guru. And when we become one heart with the Guru, then automatically everything that he has flows into us. So we are going to start Rasopasana, and we are also going to start the cultivation of all these qualities of the sadhaka which we mentioned, and attainment of sadhaka deha. Shri Gurave